Hello, my most amazing artists, and welcome back to our last week, week 4 of our Henri Matisse fish bowls. So far, in the past 3 weeks, we have made a bunch of different papers. We painted the water for our fish bowl. We printed using bubble wrap the fish scales for our goldfish. And last time, we used different colored pieces of paper and different kinds of shapes to create the background of our artwork. This week, I'm super excited because we finally get to put all of the stuff that we've been working super hard on all together to create our fish bowls. To do this today, you're going to need that watercolor paper that we made a few weeks ago, your paper that we used bubble wrap to print the fish scales with, and you'll need the background that we made last time. You will also need a pair of scissors and some glue, and I will use an oil pastel to draw my face for my fish, and I'm also going to draw the legs for my table. If you don't have oil pastels, then of course you guys can just use a black marker, a black crayon, black colored pencil, even a regular pencil will work. I'm so excited to wrap up this project with you guys. I can't wait to see how your fish bowls turn out. I know they're going to be amazing because of course you guys are amazing. But before we get started, let's go ahead and say our class mantra all together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. My mantra: I am positive, I am creative, I am mindful, I am amazing, I am an artist. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. To start today, I'm going to take that watercolor painting with all those beautiful cool colors, and I am going to flip it over, and this is going to be our fish bowl that our fish live in. So a fish bowl is normally like a circle shape, so we're going to draw the shape of our fish bowl on the back of our watercolor painting. And I am just going to start out with a circle, and I don't want it to be too tiny because I want my fish to have enough room to swim around. So I am going almost out to the edges, and the size of my circle really depends on how big your background is, okay? So if I measure just with my hand, I can see that my hand is a good size for how big my fish bowl should be. So I'm just going to take my hand, and it looks like that is a good size circle. Just try your best, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. And a fish bowl usually isn't just a circle. There's usually a curve at the top. So from the left side of my circle, I am just going to draw a curve up. And on the other side, my right side, I'm going to draw another curve up. Then we are going to connect those curves. And you can connect with a curved line, or you can connect just with a straight line, whatever you want. All right, so I'm just going to go in and make this a little bit darker for you guys to see the shape of my fish bowl. Just like that. And after you are happy with the shape of your fish bowl, we are going to take some scissors and cut our fish bowl out. With these scraps of paper, you can hold on to them and make them into some more art, or you can just recycle them. So when I flip it over, as you can see, I think that this might be a little bit too big because I cannot see my organic shapes that I made last time. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to flip my fish bowl over, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to copy that same fish bowl shape that I made earlier, and I'm gonna try again. So if you make yours too big, then it's no big deal. We can just trim it down. But if you make it too small, there's no way to make it bigger. Definitely better to have it bigger at first, because then we can just trim it down until we get to the size that we need. Let's see if that one is any better. Bringing my background over, and yeah, it is a lot better. However, I think it's still a little bit too big. So, I'm gonna trim it again. And to trim it, just gonna draw the same shape right on the inside. We're just gonna trim off a little bit, and hopefully that will be a good size for my background. All right, here's the moment of truth. Let's see. Yeah, I like that a lot more. It kind of covers up my spiral shape, but I'm not too worried about it. That is perfect. All right, Once you have your fishbowl shape cut out, now we're gonna glue it down to our background. And of course, I'm using a little glue cup, a little glue brush. And I'm gonna do little dots all the way around the edge of my fishbowl. We should be experts at dot dot not a lot by now after all the gluing we did last week. So let's go ahead and do our little dots all the way around the edge and glue our fishbowl down. Remember, this black oval that we did last time, that is the table for our fishbowl. So our bowl is going to sit right on top of that table. And I got my fishbowl glued on there. Now I'm just making sure all of those edges are glued down. I see a little bit is popping up down here, so I'm just gonna take, oh, that was too much glue. Drip, drip, wipe it on the lip quick. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna carefully pull it up and add a little bit more glue. Hopefully that will help. Probably a good idea to hold it down and count to 10. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, that was a lot better. Very good. Now we have our fishbowl all nice and glued down. And now I am going to take that really cool bubble wrap print that we did a couple of weeks ago. And just like we did for our fishbowl shape, we are going to flip it over and we're gonna start drawing some fish shapes. And all you have to do to create the shape of a fish is draw an oval. An oval is like a squished circle. And then on the end of your oval, you can draw a triangle. Just like that. And it doesn't matter that the triangle is going inside of our oval because we're gonna cut it out and flip it over. You won't even see this part on your final artwork. So again, to draw a fish, it is just one oval. And then on one side, a triangle. Just like that. After you draw your fish shapes, we are going to cut them out. I got my two little fishies cut out and look how adorable they are. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I bet you I could fit one more fish in there. So, and I have just enough paper left to do one more fish. So let's go over that one more time. To draw a fish, it is just an oval and then a triangle on the end. There we go. Go ahead and cut him out. All right, and here are my three little fish. Aren't they adorable? Now, we can arrange them into our fishbowl however we want to. I think I want the small one near the top and facing that direction, the medium-sized one in the middle and facing that direction, and then my bigger one down here at the bottom facing that direction. So you can play around with how you arrange your fish in your fish bowl. And I had enough paper to do 3 fish, but maybe you only had enough to do 2 or 1. Totally up to you. I think 3 is a good number though. We're going to flip our fishies over and glue them onto our collage. When you glue a fish on, we need to count to 10. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ta-da! Next fish up, my medium-sized fish. Glue them down. We're gonna hold them in place and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last but not least, my little fish. Flip them over, put them in place, and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's time that we need to do the wiggle test, so I'm just gonna flip my paper over, wiggle it a little bit, and nothing came off, so we are good to go, my friends. We just have a couple more steps, and we are going to use a black oil pastel or a black marker, black crayon, whatever you have, and we are going to draw the legs on our table. So on the right side, I am just going to do a curved line coming down right over top of that piece of paper that we collaged last time. I'm going to come in a little bit, still on the right side, and draw another leg. That's kind of a curved at the top. and then it comes down just like that. Now I'm gonna go onto the left side and I'm gonna do the exact same thing but flipped. So up here, I'm gonna do a curve coming down, just like that. Come down a little bit on your oval, and one more curve coming down. Those are the legs of our table. Now it doesn't look like our table is just floating in the air. If you want, you can draw little eyes on your fishies and a smile. That's totally up to you. And to do a smile, you just start on the side where their face is and draw a curve coming up. If you want it to look like they have cheeks on the end of that curve there, you can do a C shape. On this one, it's going to be a backward C shape. And on this one, it'll be a regular C shape, just like that. And that is it for our Henri Matisse fish bowls. I think that these have turned out so amazing. You guys have done such a great job so far. You should really be super proud of yourselves. I hope you guys had a lot of fun during this project. I can't wait to see how your fish bowls turn out. I know they're going to be amazing because you guys are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.